All right, good morning. It is just after 8 o'clock. It's Tuesday the 22nd. Still see that purple line is in control of the SPY. So coming off the mid-August high. We ran into it a couple weeks ago now. And we are just failing to get above. So this one looks like it's out. The retest off of that. So there's that, okay? So there's the 390 support resistance that we had. So this was kind of resistance here, right? We popped up above, came down, retested on it on the 17th, and now we kind of got a little bit of a uptrend off that. Question is do we have this as involved now? So there's that. I mean, we're we're poking out right now just above. It's going to be rough. We got 200-day EMA. We have anchored VWAP from the mid-March, which has been very powerful throughout the, since March. So we really kind of have to get above this high, which was what? That was a heavy wick day too, 403.50 area, and then right above that we have the green all-time high coming down, and that's been engaged several times here. Twice. So I don't know. I'm not feeling incredibly bullish right now, but I'm also not seeing any, what I would describe as imminent bearish reversal after yesterday. Lower volume since our big up day, so we're fading a little bit in terms of volume, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's telling us we're gonna go one way or the other today. I mean, we're green in the pre-market. Angles of attack are pretty neutral right now. I'd give a slight edge to the bulls, but there's our 8 a.m. reset. A little bump up. Above the 200-day EMA there. Let's go to the daily again and then take a look at the Qs. So we broke out of the downtrend, but we also broke down through the uptrend. Sorry. This thing flies off to my other screen sometimes. So there's that. There's that one. 279.84. Did we bounce off that yet? So no, that's probably what the next step is. Maybe come into 279.84 area. Maybe see if we could bounce out. Okay, let's see where the diamonds are at. A little bit better than the Qs. Not as good as the SPY, but alright, so moving off that, that's good. That's a good sign. Moving up off that. Somebody's got to take us up over the top. The Dow, I mean, obviously, look, we're right. Solid resistance here, right? So we're going to need something to really just get this going. Headline. Something, I don't know. I don't think we got it. I'm pretty concerned that we're not going to get an injection here of some momentum. We still have plenty of hawkish talk coming out of the Fed. Not feeling it. Let's take a look at the XLV real quick. That's not bad, but look, we are just not getting that big jump that we need. Need that acceleration to get over the high. Otherwise, I mean, if you get a double, triple top, especially with this like elongated run grind up on, I mean, it's decent volume, but if you get a fail and a fade on this, it's gonna be ugly. Unless it just needs one little pullback to rip, who knows. A strong sell-off with a kind of like mid-formation V-bottom, meaning it sells off strong, but then it comes, the angle in equals the angle out, and you get like a nice solid V-bottom. I don't know if it's going to happen here, but I'm just pointing it out, that if you see a fade and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, no, we're not fading, we're going to run. We're just been waiting for that price again. You get a bounce off that and you get some FOMO going. That could be what we need right now. This usually, again, like I said, we need a punch up. We can't just kind of slowly grind up, because then you get even worse, which is you get above and you run into another level of resistance, and that can cause a lot of people that have been looking to get out here. Hey, I've been waiting for this price to sell. They sell, and then the people that are buying here trying to get it up over the top see that's failing, and they ditch it, and then you have a nice solid puking event. You know, there's obviously other examples of the contrary, but oh yeah, MDT. I think they cut guidance, which is not good. But I'm looking to buy on this. This is I'm MDT oversold bullcrap for seems like about almost the whole entire year. I've been keeping an eye on MDT for years after getting out. Which, you know, I guess one can argue that was a smart move. But this is too much. They've had plenty of negative headlines, but the company's still pulling in cash. I mean, you could go pick other companies that might be better off at the moment, but I hate to use it's too big to fail, but MDT has always figured out a way to, produce, be the leader in several industries, essentially. So, I'm not too worried. Bring it down on the monthly. See, we're bouncing up off here. So, you can bring it down to what? Yeah, down to that. Let's see what they can bring it down to. They'd have to 75. Yeah, 75 might be the next stop, right above the 200-day EMA. The issue here is that we're finally coming down to a spot where we might have some. Well, there's some support in here. It's down there. I mean, every dollar counts, but we might see some solid support around 75. Baxter, I think they had a good day yesterday, and that's just might be a technical sell-off. Oh, see, they failed to really get above. So this is big. I was looking at this yesterday. Like I said, keep an eye, because we were going amber on the go, no go, and we poked our head out. But we didn't really finish. We finished basically on it, but we didn't finish above it. So the sell-off, this is going to need maybe a bounce off this anchored VWAP and maybe run. It's done that already, though. That's the issue. So this might be a solid failure. That would tell us that this downtrend trend line from, was this all-time high? February? Yeah. So, still in control. So that's not good. Anybody doing well this morning? CVS grinding back up. This chart's just starting to get gross looking. Like, it sells off, it just rips back up. Negative headlines that are overblown moves, though. That turn into overblown moves, like we got downgraded by Medicare, Medicaid. Oh, that's not it. You can see where that's coming from, though. So that's a new one there, but there's also another one right off this one. So we're at, yeah, I'll go with that. That's probably better. So we got some wicks. It wants to get above, but it needs to close above it. So we need to it's probably not really. I have my buy threshold around 100, but you're probably gonna have to wait to close above yesterday, which was 99.05, before it becomes an ad. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait for it to come down below the 200-day EMA and come up with a nice setup, a reversal setup. Which is not bad right now, but it's not strong. It's like everybody's just holding their breath, waiting for somebody else to make the move. And I don't have a big enough account really to move the market, if you so there's a lot of us waiting and see what happens. All right, let's move on to bioreactor real quick. I gotta update these portfolios too. Some of these are still in. We have some more other tickers to put in here too. Nothing really. Checkpoint, EBS. This is really overblown. Kano at 150 is another one I got. I want Kano at 150. That'd be a good one to add too. Not much going on. Anybody getting beat up? Gritstone's on a run. I'm not surprised. I hate to say run because you could see where it was trading. But that's a little bit of a concern though. Oh no, 325, that's fine. I have my sell target at 383, but the EMA is probably going to put the lid on that. Ash data. Ash. These don't have any, but we gotta keep an eye here. We have some Ash. We have lots of tickers that are starting to show. Let's take a look at those right now, actually. Let's go with KPTI. Been waiting for a good setup here. I mean, we're bouncing here, but how long can this keep it up? I mean, June, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Since when this has been? No, this is another one from here. That wick is just them making a move and really, come on, Trend Spider. Whenever you get like a lot, yeah, see, like you get too many rays going there. Move the arrow. That was one of my best sells of all time. I gotta adjust my buy threshold. So there's another one. So it got up here and they threw something else on to start pulling it down. So here's another one from that. When you get an outlier and a strong reaction, that's usually just another pivot point that they're going to use. Yeah, that one's in. Yeah, it's strong sell. Alright, I'm not touching that one yet. That might be this. Even if the data's good, which I think it's just an update, it's nothing crazy. If that data does at Ash spike this up, I'll look for the fade, and then that's where I'll probably look to step in again. Too many legitimate companies that are in penny stock status. It's crazy. These guys have an approved product. I'm not saying it's worth a lot, but Jeez, like no faith from the market. There's another one. Still got plenty of selling pressure. Notice I'm not finding too many uptrends to go off. There's all these pivot points where they throw a new algo in there. All right, I think I'll end there. Let's take a look at the SPY one last time. I don't think much has changed in the last 20 minutes. Yeah. I'm not in a rush this morning. I'm going to stay away from all the speculative stuff, and I'm going to stick to healthy dividends. It's boring. It's been like that for, almost 6 months now. I think it was in May and June where I was really looking at the bioreactor and bioboom stuff, and I really haven't, except for like some of the top ideas, I haven't really even touched more than half of the biobooms this whole year, and that 50%, I don't think I've touched. Only maybe a handful of biobooms I've pulled the trigger on a buy maybe a handful of times since June. So I'm going to stick to healthy dividends. They seem to be decent trading, like they're, because the market's got some volatility in it. They're actually, the bigger guys are actually worth trading. Options are a lot better right now, especially in the bigger names where there's some liquidity. So generating cash from even the dividends is actually, in some cases, better opportunities than some of the smaller stuff. In terms of long side, I'm not going to short any of the small stuff right now, because when you get down to these valuations, you can wake up in the morning and all of a sudden that company's being bought out. And it might not be, a massive premium price, but could still be several 100% above what you shorted it at. And I don't feel like losing my whole life because I wanted to get like an extra 5 cents on a short. There you go. See a little breakout. Come up to, see, about here. Actually, it might not even get that high. Yeah, it's probably going to get to about where it is. Stop here for a second, and then it might have a moment of where it retested it right when it broke out, but I'm expecting probably some sort of rejection retest, and then, unless it might have done it already, because here's the 8 o'clock. See? Yeah, they might have done it already. So this might be a move to the top here. Come on. Well, 96. Yeah, it's an even number. It probably won't go down that far. Anyway, I'll end it there. I'm going to put some names into the watch list for this morning. There's not much. It's, again, I'm probably going to stick to the healthy dividends. I'll take a look if there's any decent setups. if they're below our buy threshold. Other than that, the only one I'm really keeping an eye on is probably MDT for this morning. See if they can bring her down. She's down 4.5%. Solid. I mean, there's gonna be guys wanting to get this lower. There's probably a bunch of people that want MDT lower. They'll take it, hold on to it. So I'm one of them too. So I'm waiting for a better price on MDT, and I'll just add. All right. Other than that, take it easy, stay healthy, and again, I'll have the tickers in there in the chat in just a minute. All right.